Hello everyone, my name is Rad Boss, and today we're going to be building the biggest build I have ever done on this channel. I'm going to call it the Glass Mansion, as you can probably tell from the title. So basically the idea of this house is to capture the whole landscape around this house, because I think, in my opinion, the landscape is so beautiful, well, as beautiful as it can be in Minecraft, that it's just too good to waste if you just have a regular old square house on top of the mountain. So I decided to build a mansion because, well, why not, right? Yeah. So anyway, I started off by building this really weird shape. It might look weird right now, but I think it really gives the house some character and it gives it originality over old square houses or rectangular houses like I usually do. Now, as I said, this house is going to be called the window house, and that's for a good reason. As you can see, I'm trying to put in as many windows as I can just to fit all of those windows and let in as much, well, natural light in Minecraft, I guess, as you can possibly get. Just because, as I said before, the landscape is so cool that I think as much as you don't really want to have so many windows in your house, I think the landscape is too good to waste on just a regular, not many windows house. Yeah. So basically the first floor is going to be half windows and half wood, and the second floor is going to be pretty much all windows. So as you can see, I've started the second floor by making that balcony over there, which is actually the roof of the first floor. So that makes it possible for people to actually go outside on that balcony and enjoy the whole landscape without even having to look through a window. So in the middle of that windowed pane, I had kind of trouble finding a right door for that, but I finally decided on a fence gate because I think it looks decent. And first of all, it's in the middle, so it's in line with all the glass. And second, I really don't think anybody is going to come and try to rob you on the top of a mountain in real life anyway. So over here now, I'm just building up all the pillars as I usually would with all my houses, except that these pillars are kind of spaced together pretty closely, so it looks very different from my regular house would, but I think it looks pretty nice. As I said, it gives you more character and more originality for the house. So now I'm just finishing off the first floor. As you can see, I put in a bunch of windows right there, and now I'm going to start designing this staircase. Now this staircase took so long for me to design. It doesn't look that long right here, but that's because I'm in a time lapse, and oh gosh, this was a nightmare for me. Just because I didn't have enough space to put in a proper staircase, I had to make it look nice, but also be functional and fit in that tiny 2x2 space. I ended up going way over the little 2x2 space in the end, but I think it looks decent for a staircase. It kind of blocks off some of the stuff with the railing on the side, but it's okay. I didn't really have any other options instead of putting a ladder in. You don't really want to put a ladder in the middle of a house so that the guests would have to climb up a ladder every time they want to go up or down the stairs or get to a different floor. So as you can see, I'm starting to build on the idea of so many windows in this house that it's just pretty crazy how many windows will fit on the second floor. So as you can see, this floor is pretty much all windows and no wood. The only wood on here is the floor and the logs over there. So as always, I decided to make this ceiling pretty cool and fit with the theme as well. So I decided to make it 4 blocks high, as I always do, because I think 4 blocks or 5 blocks high for the ceiling is a good amount just because you can jump in it and you won't even hit your head. Because 2 blocks, you can't even jump on it. 3 blocks, you will be able to jump on it, but if you jump, you can hit your head at the top of the ceiling, and that just bugs me. It's one of my pet peeves. But 4 blocks or 5 blocks gives you a bunch of headroom, and it's really great. And I think that is the prime amount of ceiling height that you want to get in Minecraft. So as you can see, I've started to build the roof, and this roof is not going to be like any other roof where I just cover it with a bunch of wood. But this roof is going to have it filled with glass. So you can basically, on the second floor, you can basically look up through the glass and see the sky. And it also lets in a bunch of skylight, so you don't have to light it all with glowstone or torches in the day. Right now I'm just putting the floor in for the first floor, and as you can see, it's pretty plain. So yeah, what I'm doing right now as the time passes really fast is something that I'll show you after I do all this stuff in my first person tour of the house, which I usually don't do, but I decided that why not this time, because this is such a big build and I was very proud of myself for actually building it. I don't really know how it looks, but I think it looks pretty good. So all I did was light up the first floor, and now for the second floor, I didn't really have any place to put torches, so I was forced to put some glowstone in the ceiling just to simulate lights in the ceiling. I think it looks pretty good, but I don't know. Why don't you guys tell me in the comments what else I could have done instead of put glowstone in the ceiling. Now that's the whole house. Now I'm going to give you a first person tour of the house. So here's the first person tour of the glass mansion. I know I haven't done these in a while, but I decided to bring it back just for this mansion in particular, just because I thought it was just too cool not to show off in first person. So as you can see, once we open these doors here, I am greeted by a lovely interior with a piston table, and if you couldn't tell by how I made this table, it's just I put a bunch of redstone torches underneath these pistons to make them extend, and this table looks pretty cool in my opinion. Now over here is what I wanted to show you before in the time lapse, and this is the little bartender's area, but it has a little secret. As you can see, there's a ladder down here to pretty much just an open area. Now this open area is actually for you guys, so I want you to go down to the description and download this world right now, just because I left this space open for you guys to design a living space for whoever owns this house, because obviously this house is not meant for someone to live in. There's no bathroom, there's no kitchen, there's no dining room. Well, I guess you could call that a dining room, but you get the idea. You can't really live in this house. So you guys should design the living quarters for this person who lives in this house, and I'll leave all of that up to you. You can do anything you want. Just after you do it, make sure to send pictures of your house underneath, or a world download link if you know how to do that, to my email. It's in my channel description. So yeah, go check that out. So over here we have the porch, and as you can see, here is the view that I was talking about a lot. This view is pretty cool, even though it's in Minecraft and it's a very blocky world, but I still think it's really cool view. Now if we go back inside the house and we make it up this really hard to design staircase, it still doesn't look very good in my opinion. We get to the second floor, and this second floor is pretty much all glass. I mean, seriously, just look at it. Jeez, I think I overdid it this time. Nah, whatever. So if we go out this little fence gate, as I talked about that in my time lapse, we get to the second patio, and this looks over the same, pretty much the same view, because the first patio is right there, but this one has a little glass railing instead of the spruce wood railing down there, and I think this glass railing actually looks a bit better, but I just wanted to change things up a bit for the bottom, so that's why we don't have glass railing on the bottom as well. Now, if we go back inside, as I said, there's not really much to show. It's just glass. But up here we have the glowstone lamps that I was talking to you about. So now I'm going to give you a fly around just because you didn't get a fly around in the time lapse. So here you go. This is the full glass mansion. And why don't you tell me what you think about it in the comments below. There is a world download in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, well, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Rad out.